Hello everyone, my name is Lisa, and in June 2023 I attended my first Formula 1 race in Montreal in Canada. And in this video I want to share my experience, how did it go for us, maybe share different tips with you, what to pack, what things you should remember, pay attention to, some of the track activities and off-track activities, because personally when we went there we did not know that there are so many activities happening around the city. So I'll share all this information with you as well. And yeah, let's dive deeper so you know what to expect if you're planning to go this year or next years maybe. So first, when it comes to tickets, we haven't traveled anywhere like in 4 years with a pandemic, with work limitations, and we decided to go a little bit extra with our Formula 1 tickets. So we got Formula 1 experiences tickets. What is Formula 1 experiences? They are a little bit more pricey because it includes extra day. It includes Thursdays. So you get 4 days tickets. So it's Thursday, Friday. Friday is practice sessions, and on Saturday is qualifying, and on Sunday is the race. So an extra Thursday, we get a chance. So we meet at a certain point, and then we all go together to the pit lane walk. So in the pit lane walk, you can see all the garages, you can see all the teams who are doing their work, you can see the drivers if you get lucky. We saw one of the drivers, and you will see it in my next clips here. And you just enjoy the atmosphere of the paddock or the pit lane walk. And then there was a private barbecue session where there were some of the speakers as well, some of the drivers who came to show and answer to the Q&A session. We took some photos with the trophies and all the food trucks, all the drinks, everything was included. And we had the guided truck tour. So you can actually hop on, it's not a bus, but you can hop on with this special truck and go around the truck and check the circuit from the driver's perspective, like driving every single corner, how it looks. So that was a nice experience. They were also sharing some information about the truck, about like historical data, like some of the things that was good, and it was extra fun day to experience. But that was included extra day in F1 experiences plus the grandstand tickets. So grandstand tickets, the first start and finish lines. So we could experience it all. We could see the pit lane as well when they were stopping on the pit lane. So great seats. You can see how they start with the race, and you can see it all later in this video as well. I will share and include everything so you can see how it actually looks.
Just come for like racing, flying.
Legend, in fact not one. We've done a double. We've got two legends for you tonight. The first legend is a man that you will know and love and adore. He is one of your favourite.
Do partake in a soft drink. Otherwise, if you are over the age of 21, please feel free. Colour signs, ladies and gentlemen, making his way around the track.
Guys, welcome to the truck tour. Nice.
On your right, you will see the engineers. They work extremely hard throughout the weekend and throughout the weeks leading up to the race. They're on a constant rotation of engineers, so they're on a 24-hour rotation. You'll see that they're obviously qualified in every aspect of the car, yet they specialise in one part, and I mean that's just really to account for any errors and make them not happen.
Yeah, they are getting ready to one of the most exciting races of the circuit. Montreal always offers an awesome show for everybody. We saw a really good race last year with Max Verstappen fighting with Carlos Sainz till the last lap. Chloe, do you think we're going to have the Ferraris running fast this weekend?
You know what, it's 39. 3 of them, didn't they, hit the wall? So you had Michael Schumacher, you had Damon Hill, and you had Jacques Villeneuve, didn't you? And I think Jenson Button a few years later hit it. So, I mean, it's a corner of the greats, I think.
Yeah, you can see the pit exit here. It's going to be a really awesome part to see the race because you have the cars running really quick here on a turn, and you head out of the pit going full flat and then to the right for the first turn of the circuit. So with cold tires you can see a lot of action here. The drivers have to be out of the pits with full focus so they can turn to the right with having no problem.
If you look at this circuit, I mean, this is a great opportunity to have a look at your surroundings. You'll see tyre marks, you'll see the actual level of the apexes. I mean, they're bumpy. Being in an F1 car, you want to be stuck to the ground. These can really unsettle a car that's designed to be so grippy. And you can imagine with a very, very stiff suspension, they'll certainly feel that in their rear end.
Yeah, you can even break the marks on the weekend. But well, thank you guys. We're getting to the main straight again. Please have a round of applause for my partner Chloe.
And for my partner Santi.
So when it comes to the ticket prices, they were a little bit extra expensive. If we're talking about Canadian dollars, one ticket was 2,800 Canadian dollars after tax. And as I said, what was included, the actual grandstand ticket for all the 3 days, an extra Thursday when it comes to different activities with the drivers and with the pit lane walk as well. So if you're planning to get the F1 experience tickets, or if you already got the F1 experience tickets, just make sure that you are aware the tickets are getting delivered, the passes, F1 experiences passes are getting delivered a couple of weeks before the event. I started panicking for some time because they were not arriving, and I was told that they arrive usually 2 weeks before. And the grandstand tickets for every day, like practice and race and qualifying, the other way around, they would come in a digital format so you can have them handy and available on your phone. So when it comes to getting to the track, how do you get there? Because it's a little bit on a separate island. It's not right in the city center. It's almost there. There is a convenient way you can just use Metro. So by Metro, you can get the pass, the Opus card. I highly encourage you to get that because when you leave the track, it's going to be pretty challenging loading and buying the tickets because it's very crowded. So I highly encourage you to recommend you to do that in advance. So you just load your card, because they check everything, you have to card and then get to the Metro. That's one of the most convenient ways, is just using the Metro. Everything is pretty straightforward, and there are special shuttles available as well. So you can search for them, and there are drop-off areas if you're like taking a cab. There are drop-off areas where to park, but it's getting very busy. And let's say in qualifying day, it was pouring rain. It was so bad. It was so bad. So it took us over 2 hours to get off the track because it was too busy. It was raining. There were so many people. So plan things accordingly and in advance. And let's say in a race day, we had to leave actually earlier, I think like 15 laps earlier, because we had the plane to catch on that day. And yeah, we were just worried that we're gonna stuck in traffic for extra couple hours, and we just left 10 or 15 laps in advance. We already know the end of the race, how the race is gonna end, so it was pretty straightforward. And yeah, we just left like 20 or 30 minutes earlier. Maybe only took 20 or 30 minutes to actually leave the track instead of 22 hours. So if you have some things planned, plan your time accordingly, especially if you have the flight to catch, because getting off the track can get very tricky. And especially with all the lineups to get to the metro, it's gonna take some time. So be patient. And when it comes to packing stuff, as I said, on qualifying day, it was so bad. In some of the days, the rain was so bad, and some of the practice days. So the weather in Montreal is so unpredictable. It can get so hot and you are sweating that you're just wearing the t-shirt, but it's so hot that you cannot stand it. Then it starts pouring rain and it becomes so cold, and rain just drains all over you. So when it comes to packing, I highly encourage you to pack several outfits with you. And first, make sure that you get comfortable shoes, and the shoes that you are not scared that they're gonna get ruined after the race, because there are so many people step in your shoes. And when it comes to rain, the track, that's a problem with the track when it comes to the Fanzone area. The Fanzone area, it's not well made for different weather conditions. It was not prepared for rain at all. There were so many paddles, it was so dirty, it was so messy. So meaning that I regretted that I didn't take my rain shoes. That would be great. And take the rain jacket. We have different ponchos. You can take umbrella with you as well. Just make sure that it's not huge umbrella, because when you sit, so you don't cover with your umbrella everyone and you don't hit anybody. So make sure that it's small size umbrella, like covering yourself. Get your poncho, get your raincoat, get your rain boots, because the weather can be very challenging. Get your water bottle, take sunglasses, take sunscreen, because again, the weather can get very unpredictable. That's why many people, and that's what we just took a backpack, a small backpack, packing all of this, because yeah, you just never know how the weather is going to turn. So in general, I feel like when it comes to fun zone areas, they need to improve it, because it's not well managed. And yeah, it just ruined some of the experiences. It ruined the way how things could have been done for funds. I'm okay sitting on a grandstand when it pours rain. I don't have any problems with that. But when it comes to all the fan zone activities and everything, when you have to get off the track, it is so messy. And yeah, logistics could have been done better when it comes to getting on track, off track, all the different roads, because imagining thousands of people living at the same time when there are only 2 bridges in one metro line, and it can get very challenging, it can get very tricky. So when it comes to merch, the merch is everywhere. They're selling it everywhere. They're selling it in the city. They're selling it on track. They're selling it when you actually just even exit the metro station, you will see it. So everyone comes to Formula 1 season in Montreal that week. Like you will see it everywhere. The shops are everywhere. And I actually recommend you getting your team merch in advance, because it's pretty overpriced. It's double overpriced than its original price. If you go to team's websites, or if you go to the Red Bull website, if you go to like Ferrari website, all the different websites, I would recommend you getting them from their official websites, because you're gonna save a lot of money. And but what you can get different t-shirts specifically related to the circuit. That's what I have, one of them. That's what I have. My cars being here with different tires. So the ones which are specifically related to the track, they're regular price. And I actually like them more because they are specifically related to that year, they're specifically related to this season, so they're more unique in my personal opinion. And when it comes to team merch, I encourage you to get it online in advance rather than getting something there. So when it comes to different activities around the city, we actually didn't know that there are so many activities around the city. We just found it out when we were there. We were exploring different places, and by talking with other fans, they shared with us the streets, the lines where you can actually go and where you can see more entertaining stuff, more different activities for fans to do. And there are different partnership events. Like for example, we attended one, we just ended up finding it out. Aston Martin was their sponsor. It's free attend to the event. You don't have to register. You just come in, you get free drinks, non-alcoholic drinks, you explore the space around, you can also see the car. There was an Aston Martin car there. So it's fun. It's fun to see different things happening around the city.
So welcome to the paddock. It's an event presented by Peroni and Aston Martin. I give you a ticket for free beer, no alcohol. If you want alcohol, it's at the bar for $5.
We don't drink alcohol.
It's okay. Thank you. You can scan the code on the table to have a free glass. Enjoy. Thank you.
Désolé, je suis pas bon la voiture. You need a ticket?
Yes.
Ticket.
You put it there. And
Thank you.
Thank you.
I try to highlight here some of the main areas. The train station is called Peel, P-E-E-L, P-E-E-L. That's where you can get off, and that's around that area you will find a lot of activities happening. But I also put the screenshot of other streets where you can find things happening. So you can try the sim racing, you can have some different merging in as well. You can try playing PlayStation. That's what we actually did and tried. Different sponsors, Red Bull, everyone. So it's fun, it's entertaining. You can see different cars as well, different sports cars. So it's a lot of sponsors, a lot of partnerships. It's fun to explore and fun to see around, and later on in the evenings there are some activities happening as well, different live music, different events, bars, and yeah, that's around the city. And we also found out that there are more stuff in Old Montreal, but we went there later in the evening. So there are some things happening during the day. Unfortunately, we just did not see and we didn't know about it. But when we went later in the evening, we were actually told that there are more activities happening, but the checkered flags are everywhere, and Old Montreal is beautiful as well to check out for architecture. But it's nice. The atmosphere of Formula One, it is within the city. You can feel it in every single corner. You can see the checkered flag in a hotel, like different subway stations. Everywhere you go to, you can feel this energy of Formula One around the city. So when it comes to the activities on track to the Fanzone, there are different areas. There were some relaxation areas where you could just chill. There were some hammocks as well, and you can just enjoy the time. There was an area with the bell stage where you could meet the drivers. There were some different Q&A sessions with the team principal, but it's very crowded and you can barely see the drivers, but you can listen to them. Even it's a bit loud, but you can see them. If you end up being lucky and you get your spots in first row, you can actually see them pretty close. And then there were different activities as well. You could try sim racing. That's what we actually tried, and it was so hard. I miserably failed in this. Then you can try the pit stop challenge. You are actually doing the pit stops and they time you as a team. You can do different the blasting is the wind with 350 I think kilometers. I might be wrong, I don't remember the exact number, but it's like a huge speed of wind when you're driving like over 300 kilometers per hour, and that's how you look when it happens. And then there was an area you could take some pictures as well with the drivers. They just add the drivers to the picture with you, so you can take the photo with you. So there were some different activities, different food trucks. You can have some food. There were some variety of food. I cannot say there were a lot of variety, especially if you're looking for like vegan or vegetarian options. There were not a lot of options. So be aware of this.
Which is always gonna Papa Khan, celui s'attendante. Dans le carton, vous êtes prêts avec sa musique.
Red lights are hard and it's a salut.
Stand by for lights out. It's lights out. Launch sequence complete. Test successful.
Be aware that, like, I don't know, if you go to sim racing or if you try the pit stop challenge, you might have to wait in line for some time. For the longest one was for simulator, like I think it was for almost an hour, like 40 or 45 minutes. We had to stand in line. It was actually pouring rain. It was raining and it was still already almost an hour in line up to get to try the sim racing, the simulator. There were a lot of things to do, a lot of things to check out around the track, and be of course mindful of the time, especially if you have to walk to your grandstand and where it is located, because the track is huge, and make sure that you wear comfortable shoes, as I said before. So when it comes to, I shared about the tickets for Formula One separately. When it comes to accommodation, how much were the accommodation? So we spent about $700 per person, for $700 per person for 4 nights. We did not book hotel in the city center. We were a little bit further close to the airport, and we actually liked it. It was easy. The transportation, the transit is very straightforward. So we actually realized that we're gonna save a lot more money and time traveling off the track and leaving outside of the city. And yeah, and it's actually pretty convenient. So we spent, as I said before, $700 per person for 4 nights, but we booked it in advance. We booked it in September 2022 in order to go for June 2023. So we did it in advance, and that's how we saved some money as well. For flights, we were flying from Vancouver. I live in Vancouver. From Vancouver to Montreal, it was $309 after the tax. So in total per person, if you calculate it, so it's $3,850. I would say, if we round it up, $3,850 in total per one person to go to Formula One. But again, we got the F1 experiences tickets, which is more expensive because we just wanted to get more of the F1 energy in and look at different garages and look at different pit lane walks and experience that and potentially meet some of the drivers.
Let's see. We have ribbons one.
But that was it for my experience of how did it go for us. I tried to touch base on different points, sharing activities with you, how it was on track, how it was off track, so you are aware of different locations around the city if you're planning to go, because that's something what we did not know. We did not know about many things that were happening around the city. At that time, there was actually a musical festival in Montreal, so it was also a fun thing to do and fun activity to check out in the evening post-race activity. But be aware that there are actually almost every single street in downtown, they do have something, so go and explore it when you have some time. So if you have any more questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer. If I missed something, let me know. And let me know if you're also planning to go. Maybe you're going this year in 2024, if you're planning to go in the next years, and we'll be happy to chat with other F1 fans. Thank you everyone, and have a lovely rest of your day.